Joining us now on Bucky and BK, he is third-year edge at the University of Texas, Ethan Burke. And our weekly conversations with Ethan are brought to you by our great friends at Real Truck, the #1 truck accessory brand in the United States, with top-selling upgrades for the ultimate tailgate party, hitch grills, powered coolers, weatherproof awnings, and so much more. Gear up for football season and bring your truck to life at realtruck.com. Check out some of the great Black Friday deals they have going on all week at realtruck.com/specials as well. Ethan, thanks so much for the time once again. How are you today?
Yeah, guys, I'm doing good. Just got out of practice. I'm excited to talk some ball.
There we go. Did you get the chance to shower after practice, or are we getting you like
Nah,
legitimately right off
you're
the
getting me
field?
live, man, right after.
Nice.
Yeah, no time.
Just,
Yeah.
just a
I got stuff to do later, meetings, all that.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, short week, weird week. But before we look ahead to what's coming up this weekend, man, would love to get your thoughts on the win over Kentucky, thoughts on the game itself, but also obviously senior day. You'll be
hmm
back next season, but how cool was it to get that win and to send the senior class off with one final W at DKR?
Yeah, dude, it was huge. It was such a fun atmosphere, fun game to be a part of, and I'm just happy we could send the seniors out on such a good note and such a high note. And thankful for all those guys have done, for me and the team.
Kind of perfect here during the week of Thanksgiving, giving thanks to some of your fellow teammates that have been around and
hmm
you've learned a lot from. I guarantee you've learned a little bit more even off the field than you have on the field from guys that have been around that program for a while and guys who've had experience. I know you get every once in a while you're going to get something from the coaches because they're going to tell you some old ball stories back in the
Yeah,
day and all that other kind of craziness. But to get some from guys just a little bit older than you has got to be an awful lot of fun for you too.
yeah, and it is. These guys are doing it currently, and they some of them are more experienced, 2, 3 years, whatever it is, than me.
Yep.
And just learn how to carry myself off the field, and just how to attack practice. I've had tough times, so these guys always push me and help me get over the edge and help me see the bigger picture for myself.
Is there one or two seniors that maybe you were closest with or are closest with on the team that kind of served as your mentors, kind of helping you out in that role that you're talking about?
Yeah, one guy for sure, Mo, and then Mo Blackwell, and then Barron, no doubt. Especially just from the defensive standpoint, I'm always with those guys, so I'd say those two.
Yeah. I want to ask you this, Ethan, going back to the Kentucky game, like, look, Brock Vandegrift has been their starting quarterback in every game this season. I'm sure
hmm
like 90+% of y'all's preparation last week was for a Kentucky offense led by Brock Vandegrift. All of a sudden at halftime, you see somebody else out there. Like, how tough is that for you guys as a defense to kind of adjust on the fly, right? The backup was a lot better runner. He was able to
hmm
extend plays, make things happen with his legs. Like, how difficult is that for you and a defense to adjust on the fly to a quarterback change?
Yeah, it can be difficult, but I think we're such a overwhelming defense as it is. There's so much depth and so many people that can just impact the game, and we've seen it this year as so many different players making game changing plays. So there's quite an adjustment, but I think PK's got it handled, and I think we're good.
Ethan, with the way you guys have been playing all season, I mean, one of the top defenses in the country, the top defense in the country. The offense on Saturday, when they started running the ball, that had to feel good when you could sit on the sideline,
Yeah.
cheer on your team, and watch them run the ball down the throats of the Wildcats. That had to be, and you knew it was coming play after play after play. In that stretch in the fourth quarter, they didn't throw the ball; they just turned around and handed it off to these dynamic running backs. And that sometimes that's got to be fun for
hmm
you on the other side of the ball to watch that as time just ticks away. You don't have to go back out there. It's third
hmm
and short. Oh, here comes another first down. Here goes 3 more minutes. That's got to be neat too to watch.
Yeah, it really is. And Trey and Jaden, Jarrett Gibson, all those guys are so special. So they're doing their thing right now, and credit to the O line. A bunch of my good friends are part of the O line. They're great guys, and it's just such a great feeling sitting on the sideline, seeing them click the clock away, and we're up by whatever it is, 20, and they're just finishing the game for us. So shout
Dude,
out to them.
that was an 8.5 minute drive. You could have gone,
Yep.
gotten food, dropped a deuce in the locker room. I mean, whatever the hell you
Dude,
wanted to do, dude. I mean, that was
dude,
that was the whole fourth quarter right there.
It really was, man. It was crazy driving. And they did it the week before at Arkansas, I think, too.
That's a
Yeah.
great point. Great point. Ethan Burke joining us here in our weekly conversations with Ethan are brought to you by our friends at realtruck.com. So you mentioned the offensive line. I want to ask you about one offensive lineman in particular because earlier this week, the finalists for some of the major awards in college football were announced. And Kelvin Banks was mentioned as a finalist for the Outland Trophy, which goes to the best interior lineman in college football. Thought that was kind of weird because he's a
Yeah.
tackle, but hey, he deserves it, obviously. Man, what's it like going up against a guy who could be a top 10 pick in next April's NFL draft and practice every day?
Yeah, dude, he's definitely special. Him and Cam, I think they'll both be pretty high picks this year, I believe. And then Kelvin himself is outstanding, but when they really work as a unit is when you see it really all come to fruition, and the running backs find open gaps, and Quinn has time to pass. So when they're all playing together, that's when it's really beautiful to see, honestly.
I bet. Tell us about your week coming up now. I know you got to be busy. I know finishing up with school, got
Yep.
family, you've got Thanksgiving, and you got a huge game against Texas A&M, and a game that you have not been a part of, but I know you've heard about it. You've heard about it for years and years and years. And, you having the experience of playing at the Cotton Bowl versus one of your rivals, which is Oklahoma. This is a different bird altogether. This is like playing against your little brother here. This is something that Texas football players grow up with. They have, but they've been away from this game a long time. Are you excited about this challenge this week?
Yeah, I think we all are. Practice, I've been having a great time. I've been having a blast there in practice. Today was really fun. We just finished up, and we know what we're going into, and I've said it before, we're going to embrace that for sure. I think the energy is going to be outstanding. The booze, all of it. I love it. So I'm really looking forward to it, no doubt.
Yeah. Can you tell a different intensity, mindset in practice? I know you guys try to keep every opponent the same and think about them in the same
hmm
light, but does it just feel different so far early in the week getting ready for Texas A&M?
Yeah, I think the energy is great, and I think everyone's here early, rehabbing, making sure they feel 100%. I think everyone's at breakfast eating healthy. That's one thing I feel like I did notice. I don't know if the options were healthier, but everyone was, eating good. So no doubt. I think this is a huge game in the season. So why not, try and intensify things, and I think we're doing a great job.
As much as you want, Ethan, as much as you want to look at more film, be around more around the office and do things like that, this is a week that you got to get your rest because this is tough. There's a lot of people wanting your time. As I said, you'll have family around. They'll want to talk to you. They'll want to get close to you, but you only spend a short amount of time with them. But then when you go back to your buddies and there's time, this is a chilling out kind of time, isn't it? Do you like this kind of lone time every once in a while? Is this one of those weeks where you like to spend a lot of time with you if you could?
Yeah, and that's what's happening. The schedule's pushed back a little later, so I get the mornings to myself, which is so rare, to be able
Mhm.
to sleep in and just, try and be myself outside of football,
Yeah,
So when it does happen, it is nice, but as soon as I come in here, we flip the switch, and we're ready to go. So that's how I look at it. I try to enjoy my time out, and when I'm here, we're focusing on ball.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I was a little surprised you were just leaving practice because I know usually you guys are a morning routine. So flipping it, moving it back a little bit this week for Thanksgiving makes a little sense.
hmm
Um, how much are you guys like? There's obviously a lot on the line. It's no secret, and I know y'all try to not listen to the outside noise, but you know what's at stake in this game. It's not just a rivalry, but obviously a spot in the SEC title game is at stake,
hmm
and college football playoff goals and aspirations are on the line as well. But just the rivalry itself, like how much do you guys talk about the rivalry? How much are the coaches talking about the rivalry? Is it any at all, or is it literally just hey, we have to win this game to achieve all of the goals that we had set before this season?
Yeah, I think it comes down to that. Everything we wanted before the season, we can achieve it with not everything, but we can get there and get the opportunity to achieve it with being successful in this game. So, we set our goals, and that's win championships, and this is the game that's gonna get us to the SEC championship, and then to more importantly the playoffs. So
yeah,
I definitely there's an emphasis on the rivalry, and I think we're just trying to have fun along the way too.
yeah. I guess it's almost more fun for you guys just having people talk about it because there's nobody there that's been in it. There's no coaches that have been a part of this rivalry. There's
Gideon.
Oh, that's right. There's Blake.
Yeah.
Yes, there is one. Blake Gideon has been a part of this, but all the rest of them it's kind of very new to everybody. You know, where you playing Oklahoma, going to the Cotton Bowl. They've all been a part of that. They've all understood what that's about. But Blake is the only one that has that real Texas A&M feel to it. He must be stoked. I mean, trying to calm that dude down must be something.
Yeah, man, he's already intense as it is. So, I mean, the nostalgia, I bet, when he goes in there, it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a new feeling for all of us. But I think we know what to expect. We get the environment there. It's certainly going to be awesome. You know, this hasn't happened, I don't know, since what, 2012 maybe? I'm not
2011.
sure. 2011.
It's going to be fun. It's different. I've been a part of that. That's different than the experience at the Cotton Bowl. People will tell you how the Cotton Bowl is, but when you go against the Aggies and you walk into College Station, it's the true pageantry of college football. You know what I mean? You've been to places now. You've been to Michigan. You've seen what it's like in Michigan. You've been enough times at the Cotton Bowl. This one is an in-state pageantry with the bands and the people that it's nothing like it. You'll get a totally different feeling when you walk onto that football field than you've had any other place. It's a cool feeling. It's one of those, I can't wait to get out there and play against my rival. I can't wait to play against people that I grew up with in state. They went other places. I came to Texas. They went to Texas A&M. I've seen them in high school ball. I played them in state championships, playoff games. You get to see those people once again. That is going to be awesome for you.
Yeah, man, it really is. I got a buddy on the team, so it's just you got to throw that out the window for now and not talk right now. But after the game, I guess we can get back to it. But for now it can't happen.
Well, it depends on how the game goes, right? When you guys win, you get to send the text. But if God forbid,
I'll be excited to see him after when we win.
I love that. Ethan Burke joining us here, brought to you by RealTruck.com. Ethan, we had you on before the Arkansas game, and you said that you had some high school buddies who were talking trash leading up to the game. Have you heard that from any Aggie friends? Are they trying to get in your head or under your skin a little bit this week?
Man, not as much. I was, a little bit. I was with some buddies on Sunday, but I was with my ARC buddies too, and they were all salty, saying we got lucky, all this. So I don't know. I threw it in their face a little bit.
They got lucky.
The week goes on, it'll start to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be there. I bet it will. It's only Tuesday, so give it a shot.
Oh, it'll pick up.
I bet you I get some text on the way heading over there talking trash. So.
Yeah, they got Arkansas. We got lucky. They got lucky we didn't cover the spread, but that's a different conversation here. Hey, talking about this game itself, Ethan, like Marcel Reed, dual threat quarterback. What are you guys seeing from him on film, and what type of challenges? You can talk about the whole Aggie offense, but starting with the signal caller, what type of problems can that guy present to this defense this weekend?
Yeah, just the versatility and his running threat, obviously, but I think he's very quick, but I think he's smaller, skinnier, and quite easy to take down, but he definitely has the juke. So being disciplined and being able to play him when he's reading us and fitting pullers correctly. They pull a lot, and they're a stretch team too. So being vertical, getting push on the offensive line is crucial for us as a D line.
Yeah, I got to believe that read option that he does. I mean, he reads it pretty well, and he doesn't take long to pull it. I mean, he likes to. It's there are some times when I watch him, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose or not, if he's really getting a true read, or if he just thinks he can outrun you guys on the edge.
He thinks he can outrun,
Instead of giving, it looks like it should be a give, but he says, you know what? If that guy is just off balance any whatsoever, I'm taking it because of his speed to get outside.
Yeah, he wants the ball in his hands. So I mean, and sometimes it bites him in the ass, honestly. So
yes, it does.
But he definitely is a special player, and he's fast. So it could go either way, if we stay disciplined and we're on him, and we have some calls to try and get him to hand the ball rather than keep it. So we'll see how it plays out,
Yeah. One more football question for me, Ethan. Then I got to ask you the important stuff about Thanksgiving food and whatnot. But
Hmm.
did y'all see there was an A&M offensive lineman who had some things to say about Anthony Hill? And
Yeah.
like, does that make its way through y'all's locker room? You don't need the motivation for this game. You guys know what's at stake, but
Mm.
does that kind of stuff get talked about, get brought up, and does that add a little extra fuel to y'all's fire as a defense?
Yeah, it should. It's a comparative. I think it was the OK State O lineman said something, so it's comparative to that, and it does get around. I haven't heard much about it yet. I bet you we will here soon. You know, there's so much to be talked about, and we're so focused on what we're doing in here. So it's well, it'll get around, no doubt, but it's quite not the smartest thing to say. I think
Yeah, once again, it's just Tuesday.
Just
just
Tuesday.
Tuesday, man. Just
Oh
yeah.
yeah, just Tuesday. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard deal, for you guys, and I can understand it. This part of the year, you want to get into championship play. You're right there. You can almost taste it. But
Hmm.
everything that you work on from Tuesday all the way to your walkthroughs are important this week. This is, you guys have been in championship ball games. Once again, you've been in championship games ever since Georgia. So every
Yeah.
week is in a championship play, and to keep that same focus, sometimes it's got to be hard. I mean, you just can. This is not the time to let it slip now. And stuff like what people say doesn't matter. What the opposing players say to you now, it doesn't really mean shit right now because you have to focus in
Hmm.
on what you guys have to focus in on. They can do all the talking. Everybody can talk. I mean,
Yeah.
you're doing the same to them. It won't matter to them because it'll all get played out on Saturday night.
Exactly, man, dude. Yeah, they can say whatever. But it's not our main concern. Our main concern is getting better. Still, we
Yep.
still it's potentially a super long season, so we still have opportunities to get better, and I think that's what we're focused on and winning this game, dude. Who cares what they have to say? Like we just got to show them on the field, really.
Well said. Well said. Ethan Burke joining us here in our weekly conversations with Texas Edge. Ethan Burke are brought to you by RealTruck.com. All right, now the important stuff, Ethan. We're talking Thanksgiving here.
Yeah,
Look,
man.
I think it's ridiculous when people say, "What's your favorite Thanksgiving side?" Because it's impossible to pick one.
Impossible.
And I peg you as a guy who likes to eat food. So give me a top three. Like you're filling up your Thanksgiving plate. Obviously, you got the turkey on there, but
Hmm.
if you could only pick three sides to rock this
Okay.
Thanksgiving or any Thanksgiving, what are your
Three.
go-tos?
Okay, my go-to. My parents make a good squash casserole, which I like a
Ooh,
lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing's solid. Mac and cheese, no doubt. I always get so frustrated when it's not there, so I like make an emphasis to make sure we have it. That and then stuffing. No cranberry. I hate cranberry sauce though. I can't do it.
no
Just straight.
cranberry sauce.
No cranberry sauce.
Oh, I'd rather eat
Just
dog crap than cranberry sauce.
What?
I'm with you on that,
dude, it's
Ethan.
terrible. Yeah, but stuffing's good. I'll say.
Okay. What,
What about
so
green bean
squash?
casserole? Who's making the green bean casserole at the house?
Probably the aunts.
Oh, really? They bring that in? They
What do
roll
you
that
Yeah,
in?
what are you
yeah.
cooking? What are you bringing?
Oh man, I'm chilling. I'm not cooking anything. Believe that.
All right.
I'm eating, man. They're making it for me, hopefully. So
Yeah, you're
I'm not
still you're
doing
still
any
the
cooking.
kid. You're still the
Yeah,
kid. You don't
dude.
have to do all that stuff yet.
Yeah, I'm in between the grown up and the kid table, I feel
Now, do
like.
you
So
do turkey and ham? Do you do ham too? Are you having a little bit of everything?
yeah, yeah. We usually do both turkey and ham.
Wow.
So
Okay, I like
yeah,
that. All
yeah.
right, last one. You don't get three on this, but I'll give you more than one. We're talking Thanksgiving dessert. Now, look, maybe because you mentioned it earlier, y'all are eating healthy this week. You got a big game
Hmm.
coming up on Saturday, so maybe you're not hitting the dessert table as much as you would like. But if you get two desserts that you could go with on Thursday, what are your top two?
Man, desserts. I don't know. I'm not a big pie guy, I'll say. Not my
Are you an ice
favorite.
cream guy?
Yeah, ice cream. I could go like a root beer float. That sounds
Ooh,
amazing right now. I'm not gonna lie. But
Oh
I feel
yeah,
like we definitely did that when I was young, for sure, dude. That would hit for sure. So I might have to make that happen this year.
there you go.
Root beer float, and then if there's cake, dude, chocolate cake with like the hard outer shell is just beautiful.
yeah,
Those are my
classic
two, man.
Thanksgiving desserts: root beer floats and chocolate cake. What do you? This is
Nice.
just a random Thursday, Ethan. This is not a Thanksgiving meal here. What
I
are you
I
I
love
don't
talking
I
that.
about?
don't even know, dude. I can't eat pie, so I'm not doing the pies.
Okay. Hey, I'm cool with the root beer float. I had one at the state fair actually after the win you guys had over Oklahoma. So I respect that pick and can never go wrong with chocolate cake. Oh
Outstanding.
man, good stuff. Ethan, you're the man. Always
Mhm.
appreciate and enjoy these conversations. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Safe travels to College Station. Best of luck. Come home with the win, please. And we look forward to connecting again next week.
I know
Yeah,
you
thank
feel
you
great.
guys.
I know you feel great. I know you're thankful for a lot, but thank you for your time and thank you to the Horns. Thank you to your football staff and the people over there. And do everything you can, man, to get this win. This is a big one coming up.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Welcome,
And
baby.
you.